although your message may be profound, your delivery can be whack. Hey y'all, welcome back to Trish TV, Trish Talk. Tonight is going to be kind of an informal video. I honestly didn't plan on putting up the lights and talking to y'all tonight. I was taking notes for another video, but then I was like, you know what? There were some other points on my mind that I wanted to talk to y'all about that came to me as I was taking notes for my next video. I don't want to put these in separate videos. Let me just put it all in one. So we are currently in my bar lounge area. I don't typically record in here. I typically record in my living room using the green screen or on my couch. I just wanted to sit down, turn on the camera, hit the light, and give you guys a really good topic. But before we get into the video, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you want to be a treat, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, and if you want to be a super treat, you can take it a step further and like and comment on these videos. When you help me, we help each other out. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this topic. So by the time I post this video, I would have given it a topic, but until then, I'm just gonna call this our major points and messages I want us to take away going into 2022. So my major point number one is to not overwhelm yourself with New Year's resolutions. I know with social media, it's really easy to do this where you feel like you have to keep up with everybody, what you see other people achieving. Everybody's journey, of course, is different. Some people will only show you a few things. They won't show you behind the scenes. You don't want to give off the appearance that you are achieving goals and you're doing stuff. You want the attention of people. Hey, me, I'm over here, support me. And with doing that, you lose sight of why you're chasing the dream that you're chasing, if it's even really a dream that you want to chase. Don't let what everybody else is doing distract you from achieving your goals. So if that means that you only can set one goal going into the new year, do that. Sometimes depending on how big, that may be how much time it will take you to achieve just that one goal. For example, if you want to write a book, that one goal can take you the whole year. I think about Will Smith when I talk about this because he did release a book that I'm looking forward to reading, and he also did a documentary, but he was basically kind of taking us on a journey of the steps he was taking to write the book and places in his past, in his mind, that he had to revisit in order to truly write this book to make it believable. So your goal, if it's just that one goal, may take you a while to achieve it. It could take you the whole year depending on how big it is. But don't look at what other people are doing and base their timeline on yours just because you want the appearance of achieving goals and making moves and all this stuff. Don't get lost in the hype. The goal that you have set, do it for you. Do it at the pace that works for you. Focus on you, not so much on the appearance of looking like you're hustling, looking like you're doing something that you really aren't because you're too busy trying to make it appear a certain way for other people. With that being said, I want to talk to y'all about a calling versus doing something that you enjoy doing sometimes. When you are called to do something, it's a gift that was placed inside of you that God gave to you with a purpose. And although we are blessed to have many gifts, there's always that one that you excel in the most. It comes natural to you. It might even be your favorite. Then when you consider something that you enjoy doing sometime, it can be art. Say you know how to draw, you enjoy drawing. It's not necessarily your first passion, but you don't mind doing it sometimes. But then say your major passion is singing. You wake up in the morning singing, you wake up thinking about that's your first love. That's truly something that you were called to do. That's your main focus. I do Trish Talk. I enjoy motivating y'all. It comes from things that I've grown through, meaning I've mastered it already. I've grown through it. I know the signs. I'm good. But then there are things that I'm still growing through. I haven't excelled, but I'm taking the steps that I can to excel so that every time I deliver my message, there's more that I've learned, and eventually I've grown through it, I've mastered it, and I'm able to speak about it from that place. If you were chasing something that you truly weren't called to do, at some point, it's going to be like a burnout because it wasn't something that you were really called to do in the first place. You know how to do it. There are some people who were called to be pastors, to preach. And then there were some people who can mimic really well and who may even have the voice of a pastor, the dominant, but they weren't really called to do that. Just because I'm good at teaching and talking to y'all like this does not mean I was necessarily called to lead a flock. I know what I was called to do. I know what my purpose is. And I walk in that proudly. But what you don't want to do is try to switch lanes and live the dream of somebody else because they make it look good, they make it sound good, so you kind of want to do it too. This is not something that I just like to do sometimes just to pass time. No, I wake up thinking about what my next topic is going to be. This is what I do and I love to do it. So understand the difference between a calling and just doing something on the side sometimes because you like to do it. That will help you better understand your goals and your dreams and really wanting to achieve and do great things going into 2022. Okay, y'all, here's another big one. Message versus the delivery. Be careful, be very, very careful how you deliver a message to someone. We can have the greatest message to give to somebody. Although it may be profound, your message can get lost in your delivery. I know we live in an era now with social media. It's a lot easier to DM somebody, email somebody, especially in a work environment. A text message, we can comment under a post. Whenever you have a message to give to someone that really involves your feelings about something and something that you want them to understand, please do consider reaching out to them. Ask them when is a good time for them. Can we talk? I have something on my heart that I really want to share with you. I think about work instantly. I think about emails, especially if you work in a corporate environment like I do. A lot can be lost in the tone that I use with you in an email. But had I spoken to you, I may have used a different tone. Messages can be taken completely out of context depending on what it's about and how the message is delivered. You have to know when it's okay to text someone, but you also have to know when it's like, okay, yeah, I need to pick up the phone and I need to call. It can definitely ruin relationships, friendships, all because of the way that we said something. I thought about this when I was writing this point down. So the other day, me and my mom and my sisters, we went to the store, went to Family Dollar. We were standing in line, and while I was standing in line waiting for the cashier to kind of get himself ready to check me out, I saw a tall can of Pringles sitting on the countertop. So I saw the flavor. It was kind of like a jalapeno flavor I had never tasted before. So I'm like, I think I might want to try that. I go to grab the can and my mom was like, ew, no, look at the top. Look at all that. No, you don't want that. And I looked and the top was real bruised and just dented into. I'm like, oh, glad you showed me. So I put it back. I grabbed another one that was right next to it and I turned it around and I saw the same thing. So in saying that, so does that mean that the Pringles had been touched? Does that mean that the Pringles might not have tasted good? No, not at all. However, it was the presentation. It was the way that it looked that made me go, yeah, no, I'm gonna just put this back. Again, it doesn't take away from the Pringles in the can. It doesn't take away from how good it might have tasted, but because of the presentation, I put it back. It's the way that you deliver the message to me. I really wanted to say this one. I really wanted to get this off my heart because I've been in that seat before when I did deliver messages on more than one occasion where I should have just reached out and called because my message was definitely taken out of context. I shouldn't have said half the things that I said just to deliver the message that I was intending on delivering. Any kind of relationship, just be really, really careful how you deliver messages because although your message may be profound, your delivery can be whack. Drink more water. If you are just as bad about drinking water as I have been, drink more water going into this new year. Your body needs it. I love me a nice glass of tea, a little lemonade with extra sugar. I love my margaritas, my martinis. I love all of that. When it gets to the point that you're consuming all of those things more than you are water, you got to scale it all the way back. That is how we cleanse and we constantly get rid of toxins. If I go the whole day where I'm drinking coffee and then later on I have a soda, my body starts to feel it. I get real fatigued. I get headaches. You have to be mindful of making sure that you are drinking your water every single day. Okay, so the last point that I wanted to end this video off with is do not give up and do not give in to your current circumstances. We were all coming to individual obstacles in our lives that we're going to have to face. A lot of them are put there to help us to be stronger, to develop our character, to show us ways that we are strong that we didn't even know we had the strength to endure. Whatever you do, do not give up. You will have moments of weakness where you may want to give up, and at times please back away from your work, whether it's YouTube or a radio show, or if you're a singer, if you want to be a rapper, a teacher, whatever it is that you do, back away from your craft for a minute. Allow yourself to breathe in your brief moment of taking a break. Don't give up. So while I was writing about not giving up and not giving in, this message point came to me, and I have to share this with y'all. Don't live in fear of tomorrow because of what yesterday looked like and what can happen. When we do this, it robs ourselves of today. Whatever bad thing happened yesterday, because we lived that already, right? So it happened. Don't let that rob you of what today, right now, can bring to you. Make sure that you're staying present. A lot of times we think about things that can happen, but I encourage you not to live like that. Don't live in fear of things that have happened and that have the possibility of happening, but live today. You have moments today, and you don't want to rob yourself of living today because you're too busy thinking about yesterday, or you're looking too far ahead for things that have not happened and may not happen at all or anytime soon. Stay present. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.